Hi, this is Eric Martin with Board Game Geek. I'm here with Matt Ryan from Bezier Games looking at CABO, a new edition of a game that came out 2010, I believe.
Yeah, there was a 2010 release. So what we've done is we've redone some art. We've redone a couple of the mechanics of the game, and it is really fun. It's very beautiful. It's a quick, easy card game, so it's one that you can take just about anywhere with you. Since I've been traveling a lot, going to all these conventions over the last couple of weeks, it's been the best game to have with me in the airport. So
I know CABO is sort of derived from the public domain game Golf. You want the lowest score possible, but it's got more to it. There's more special actions.
Exactly. And so what we've done is we've added some special power cards into the game, so you can peek at your own cards, spy at other players' cards, or swap the cards in front of you for other players' cards. So you really have to be paying attention the whole time, and you also got to keep in mind what your cards are.
Okay, so we should probably back up a bit and say, where are our cards? We have no cards.
Exactly.
So how do we start?
So the first thing we'll do is we will shuffle all of our cards up, and we are going to deal 4 face down to each player. So as we're dealing 4 face down to each player, don't look at your cards yet, because we will only get to view 2 of these 4 cards. So you're only going to have half the information of what is going to be in front of you. And so, on your turn, you pretty much have 2 choices to make. You can either take the face-up card from the discard pile and exchange it with one of the face-down cards in front of you to lower your value or create a match. If you create a match, you can exchange both of those cards for 1 card from the pile.
Or I can draw.
Or you can draw from this pile, and you can also exchange a card, or if it has a word on it, like swap, you can play that card and discard it immediately. All the powers are on the higher number cards, so you typically don't keep them. You want to discard them, and then you get to use the ability to swap any of the cards in front of you for any of the cards in front of me.
But without knowing what this is.
Exactly, and that wasn't one I looked at, so I also don't know what you swapped for. So for all I know, it could have been a 13, which would have been amazing. And the numbers in the game go 0 to 13. So I got a peek, so I'm going to look what Eric gave me. And as I suspected, it was not very good.
Yeah, it was garbage. All right, so I swap something, I discard.
Absolutely.
All right, and we keep taking turns back and forth until
one of us feels like we have the lowest number. When we feel like we have the lowest number, one of us is going to call CABO. Now, that's you saying that I'm super confident I have the lowest number, and you want to be confident because after we flip our cards and count them, if I'm correct and I have CABO, yes, that's a great one to see. If I'm correct and I have the lowest number, I actually get a score of 0. But if I'm wrong, I have to take the total of my 4 cards, or however many I have left, and add 10. So we'll keep playing this game until a player crosses 100. Once a player crosses 100, whoever has the lowest score at that time is the winner. And of course, whoever crossed 100 is kind of the loser. Sorry.
So you mentioned having pairs. What do you do with a pair when you have one?
So if you have a pair and you're pretty confident, you can say, okay,
I will do it. I'm pretty confident.
Okay.
I don't want that. It's a terrible card.
I know, it's a terrible card to get a pair on.
Okay.
There we go. That's a better one. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so you're going to take your pair and exchange them as if they were 1 card and turn them face down. And you were correct. So they go to the discard pile. You're down to 3 cards. Now, if you'd been incorrect and this had been not a pair of 7s, it's like a 5 and a 7, you would have had to add that 5th card in front of you. And now you're playing a game with 5 cards, which when your goal is to have the least number of points, 5 cards is a huge disadvantage.
Okay. All right.
Cool.
Very straightforward.
Yeah.
On here. CABO coming. It's out now?
It comes out in April. Yeah, it's going to be April.
From Bezier Games. Thank you, Matt, for the
No problem.
overview.
Thank you.